Hey Grecia, have you noticed the latest food trend is all over the social media in Peru? I'm talking about the cuchareables by Alexandra Penny. They are everywhere. It's like every restaurant is trying to copy her trend now.
Oh yes, I've seen that too. That cuchareables are definitely the talk of the town. It's fascinating how something so simple like dessert you eat with a spoon has become such a huge trend. I think it's interesting, but at the same time it's starting to get a bit boring because it's everywhere now. I wonder how long it will stay popular.
I totally agree. It seems like the trend is mostly appealing for younger people, especially those who are always on social media. It's popular now, but I wonder how long it will last before people get tired of it.
Exactly. And that's the thing with trends, isn't it? They come and go so quickly. People get excited about new things, but after a while they want something different. It's if we are always chasing the next big things, whether it's new dish or fresh experience. But do you think these food trends are really that influential, or do you believe more in a traditional advertising?
To be honest, I think social media is the best advertising for food these days. A good Instagram post can make a restaurant famous overnight. For instance, just look at how many places have gained popularity because influencers posted about them. It's like free advertising, and the reach is incredible. But at the same time, I wonder if it's all just hype sometimes.
I see your point, but I still think traditional advertising like TV commercial and merchandising has its place. People who don't use social media as much, like older generation, still rely on those more traditional methods to find new places to eat. For them, seeing a well-made commercial can be as a convincing as a post on Instagram. And let's not forget about word of mouth, that it's still one of the most powerful forms of advertising.
I suppose everyone has their own preferences. Speaking of eating out, what's your favorite dish? I'm into chaufa lately. The best what I had was the garden in Jesus Maria. The flavor was just right and the portion size was perfect. I love it when restaurants get the balance between quality and quantity.
Oh, I've tried the chaufa there. It's pretty good. The price is reasonable and the portion size is just right. But I have to say, the best chaufa I've ever had was at Hua in Miraflores. Their flavor are unmatched. It's not just about the taste, it's the whole experience, from the presentation to the atmosphere. It's definitely worth the price, even if it's a bit more expensive than other places.
I've eaten there too, but I actually had a bad experience. The time I went with my family, the java wasn't great and the prices were a bit steep. We were expecting something amazing based on the reviews, but it just didn't live up to the hype. It was so disappointed because we had heard so many good things.
That's unfortunate to hear, but maybe it was just an off day. I recommend giving it another chance. Sometimes these things happen and it's worth trying again. I remember the time I went to a restaurant that everyone raved about, but I wasn't impressed at first. I gave it another shot, and the second time was much better. Sometimes it's just about catching them on a good day.
Maybe you're right, I should probably give it another try. After all, one bad experience doesn't mean the place is always bad. And I trust your judgment when it comes to food. You have a great taste after all.
Thank Luis. I've been thinking a lot about how food trends influence our dining choices. It's interesting how a dish can become so popular that everyone wants to try it, even if just for the experience. But at the same time, I think it's important to stay true to what you like and not just follow trends blindly.
Absolutely. Food is more important than just trends. It's about the experience and the memories it creates with family and friends.
Exactly. And speaking of special moments, do you have any memorable experiences with food, whether good or bad?
Yeah, I remember who was in Miraflores. When I went with my family, the chaufa didn't live up to the hype, and the prices were higher than expected. It wasn't awful, but it was disappointing. However, I've decided to give it a second chance as we talked before.